Boxing Day today, the 26th of December 2021, day after Christmas Day, and I'm not opening presents, I'm still wrapping them. My eldest son and his family, Stanley, are coming over, not today but tomorrow, and I need to wrap some stuff up for him and the kids. So I thought I'd take advantage of it, as this morning is just a miserable, grim, horrible, wet, dull day outside. So I've got a lovely bread maker, as you saw, for my son. In fact, I gave the same thing to my other son, my youngest son, Billy, to Billy and Sharifa. They both see. What do you give your kids? What do you give your kids? They're in their mid-20s. Stanley, in fact, is in his 30s. They can buy anything they want. I know they both haven't got one of these, but they can go out and buy the thing. So you can buy clothes. Clothes will be wrong. You won't necessarily get the right thing. I don't want to just give them money. I've had to give money to my daughter because she's in New Zealand and it's very difficult to send anything out there. She's moving about a bit, so I've just put money into her bank. But with my two sons, who I'm seeing, of course, it's a slightly different kettle of fish. So I thought, I know, they've seen me both make bread in my essay. They've both enjoyed sampling some of that and the smell of it and all the rest of it. I thought, well, I know, a bread maker would be perfect. We'll see if they get on. It's clean, it's new, they just shove the ingredients in, it does it all itself. I don't personally want one because I like to get my hands dirty and get back in the old-fashioned way, of course. But I think for them, they'll like it. So Billy opened his on Christmas Eve because they popped round. They were having Christmas Day doing something different, so they opened theirs early. And the wrapping paper I use, which I often use, is brown paper. I just like brown paper. I think it's lovely. It does for all sorts of occasions. Anyway, I salvaged it, so I shall turn it round and use the other side, even though it's got to Billy and Sharifa written on it. I'll turn it round and then I can put to Stanley and Patricia on that. And for the kids, he's got two boys of youngish age. So I've got some lovely little set of, bowling balls. A train, a Brio train, which would be great for one of them. And in here are some plastic balls, PVC plastic balls, footballs that you inflate and throw about. They got so many toys. Again, what do you get? But anyway, so they got some nice things from their granddad. So all I've got to do now is wrap them up. Oh. Well, that's one done. Got to do the kids' ones. I don't have to get them done till tomorrow. I'm going to do it a bit later on this afternoon, maybe, or mid-morning. I think I might put my jacket on, my shoes on, and I might just head out down to the seafront, have a bit of a stroll, see what's going on. It is a bit miserable weather, but it's good to stretch one's legs on Boxing Day. So that's what I'm going to do. found a call box, or a phone box. Just wait for that door to shut to stop the... It's just started to rain outside, which is a real pain. Yeah, rain, it's a pain. And the call box here, if I lift the handle, there's actually a dialing tone. I didn't know that. Minimum fee 60p to make a call, 60p. Or I think you can text from it. How fascinating is that? Yeah, so I might get a bit wet going down to the seafront. Slight catastrophe. Oh, yes, a slight catastrophe there. I've just been round to Morrison's to see if I can get some grub for this evening. I was going to cook something and maybe see if I can persuade the lovely Julia to stop round and have something to eat with me a bit later on. Oh, hang on. Fumbling in the dark. Ah, there we go. Let's put the other lights on as well, see if that makes a... Ooh, that's quite bright, isn't it? There, hang on, let me just turn my aperture down a fraction. There we go. Yeah, so a bit of a catastrophe. They're shut. They're shut Christmas Day. They're normally open on a Boxing Day, but this year, they're shut. I hadn't planned for that. You see, so many times you see everybody buying tons and tons of food in Morrison's or the supermarkets, and then they're open the next day after Christmas Day, and I go in and pick up the bargains and that kind of thing. And this year they've decided, I suppose, because it's probably they realised they don't want to save a bit of money, not pay the staff, shut the second day. Most people are buying for the 2 days. So I don't have much in the larder. I do have a frozen chili con carne, so, you know, it's either that or beans on toast. So, but I'll be all right. It's by the time this goes out, I will not have starved to death. Anyway, the reason I've come into the van is because I wanted to share with you some ideas and tell you what I've been doing. So I've taken off in the van the mattress, the air mattress, the self-inflating air mattress that I was hanging up here and supporting on magnets. And as you can see at the moment, I've just put this blanket here, to make it look a little bit nicer all the way across, as you can see. It just gives a little bit more space. What I've done with the air mattress is I've realised you can deflate it. I mean, obviously you can deflate it. It's a mattress. It's an air mattress. But what I was worried about was that I would need to pump it up. But apparently you just turn the valve and it will actually reinflate, which means it doesn't fold up really, really small because there's sort of mechanisms within it, as far as I understand. But the great thing is it folds up, look, goes inside a pillowcase. So you can pull it out the pillowcase turn the valve, and within a few minutes it will just slowly inflate, because it's only that thick, but it's incredibly comfortable. So I really like it. So it now acts here as a cushion, and it's actually just perfect for sitting back when you're in the van. So that's really good. So knowing that I can remove the size of it has been excellent, because I'm now thinking what I will do in this bit, hang on, here, is actually panel and insulate this side of the van, because although it's got this, you know, the indentation and the space, but I could put some insulation in there which would be quite good. But if I panelled it, I think I could then paint that, and it would be quite nice. And also it would be possible in certain areas where you're not going to sit to put either a shelf unit to put more bits and pieces, or even put some little pictures on there to make it a bit more homely. Because I do intend next year to go touring around, and I want to make this as inhabitable as possible. So you know, I mean, I know at the moment it's just it's very, very basic, and these changes are going to take place very slowly over time. So I'm quite looking forward to that. And here, the old table that used to come down, I'm thinking of getting rid of that. For the moment, I'm going to keep the bulkhead. It's useful. But there's a piece of wood up against the bulkhead in which, again, I could put a shelf with stuff, because you don't really get right up that close to it, and that would be a useful place to store certain bits and bobs. So that would be quite good, and there's a little bit of space above it as well. So yeah, there's still a lot of work to do on the van, and actually, whilst I'm here, I could have a rifle round to see if there's any food. I know I've got some emergency pot noodles down in one of the cupboards, so possibly I could have those for my Boxing Day meal. I know it's a bit sad really, but there you go. Gonna have a pot of tea. This lovely pot here was bought for me and brought from America from a lovely listener, viewer, Lisa, otherwise known as Ramiboo on YouTube, and it's a great pot. Some people may have seen it before, of course. It's one of these that has a cup and the thing. I've already put the milk in, so when I pour it, I can get the tea straight in, but I'm just going to let that brew for a second. And I'm just eating up some old bits of bread. Now I haven't made any bread for a couple of days. I was running around, so I ended up buying a loaf, but I'm almost at the end, so I'm probably going to make some bread later today once I've lit the Essie. So I'll do that. So I'm not going to starve, but for my lunch, I'm just going to have a bit of toast and cheese, I think, which will be very nice. A bit of butter on the toast. I bought some tomatoes. So, you know, it's perfectly easy to survive on just a few very basic things. Let's bung a couple of tomatoes on here. Admittedly, I don't have an allotment, which would be fantastic. I just don't have time to maintain it. And of course, I want really a piece of land, and I've spoken about this very many times. But not at the moment, because I want to get a bit more exploring of England done before I kind of settle down and start growing my own stuff. I've got some rocket here, which I can put with it. So there we go. Instant sandwich. There is a tomato in there and a bit of cheese somewhere. Excuse me eating. One of my Christmas presents which I shall be using later on, from the lovely Julia, was these oven gloves. How lovely. One thing I have not had, I've been using tea towels for ages. So I think I will hang these up above the Essie there on the where I put the saucepans, make it sort of all nice and rustic. So thank you, Julia, for those. I really appreciate those. Right, I'm going to have a cup of tea and some of this. Let's pour that tea. There we go, look at that. Cheers everybody. Lovely cup of tea. I know I'm often accused of only having coffee, but I do drink tea, you know. Well, I think what I'm going to do this afternoon is I'm going to relax a little bit, actually. It is Boxing Day, so I'm going to put on a Boxing Day film. I've got one on my hard drive I haven't seen for a while. Typical Boxing Day film, Battle of Britain. Yeah, that 1960s, the story of how, well, we and the boys in blue saved us from the Nazi Germany's invasion in 1940. I shall do that, and I think I'll wrap the grandchildren's presents up at the same time. So, but lunch first. Cheers.
Look at him. He's proper sound though. Thoroughly asleep.
Ah. Oh, hello.
Cup of tea.
Oh. Oh, sorry. That toast right off.
I see you have mince pies. Ready.
Have a seat. Well, thanks for making the tea.
My pleasure.
Oh, sorry about that. I didn't mean to fall asleep.
That's all right.
Just I've been on the go, you know. This, that, and and of
you
course.
You look so peaceful there.
Oh, I made some mince pies.
Oh, lovely.
So they're all nice and fresh, and they might even be a little bit, well, they're on the warm side. Would you like one?
Yes, please.
Well, it's nice of you to pop in. Did you have a good Christmas at your mum's?
It was lovely, really nice.
Oh, excellent.
Yeah. What about you? Did you have a nice Christmas?
Yeah. Well, I went to Mr. Suggett's for Christmas Day lunch, and today, as the lovely viewers have been watching, I've been running around, made some more of those. Went to the seaside, which was I got wet, and
yeah, it was raining most of the day where I was yesterday.
Oh, was it? What else? And then went in the van, told them about the plans for the van, got the fire going, and basically, yeah. So you're my first and only guest.
Yay.
So thanks for that. Anyway.
Not the first to sample your mince pies.
Well, this is a new batch, but my previous
this
batch.
This is your third batch.
This is the third batch, yeah, because I made a video about it, if you remember.
Didn't drop mine on the floor.
And then that was the first batch. The second batch I took to Mr. Suggett's yesterday. And today I've just been knocking up these. So these should, in theory, be the best of the lot. I'm going to have a slurp of this to wake myself up. I watched the Battle of Britain on the thing. I must have fallen asleep after that. And yeah.
Excellent.
Anyway, cheers.
Cheers.
Oh yes, these are really good. These are even better than the ones I took to Mr. Suggett. I mean, that's me saying, but what do you think?
Well, I didn't taste those ones.
No, of course.
But these are even better than the first ones I tried, the first batch.
Oh, good.
You're getting to be right the pie maker, aren't you?
I know. I have to look forward to making some more cooking and stuff in 2022.
Maybe you could start selling boxes of 6 of these for, a small fortune.
I can sell them to the supermarket. Make a bit of a fortune. Anyway, we've got another week to go before the new year. So you've got plans for the new year?
No.
I'm probably going to do a Vobes show live on New Year's Eve.
Why am I not surprised?
What else am I going to do? Got to keep everybody entertained, haven't I? Anyway, thank you so much for watching my Boxing Day nonsense, and thanks for coming in. Looking forward to doing more videos with you in the future, and keeping everybody entertained. Thanks for all the cards and all the well wishes and all the comments and the feedback and the financial support. So
Yes, I'm very much looking forward to all those things as well.
yes,
Thank you, everybody. To you.
to
your
you,
health.
to Happy New Year when it comes, and Merry Christmas, as this is the last of the Christmas days, I suppose, Boxing Day. And see you next time. Cheers. Very tasty.